I want to talk to hitters, high school and college, about approach and mindset, because this is where hitting becomes the difference maker. You got your swing down in the cage, you're ripping the ball, you can hit line drive after line drive, but can't translate it into the game. And now it's not so much physical or mechanical. It has to do with our mental side, our mindset, and our approach as well. Right? So what are you trying to do in there? Sometimes you guys get in there and you're just watching to see what the pitcher has far too often. The time to do that is when you're in the dugout watching them warm up. And more importantly, like the next level of that is watch what the pitcher is actually throwing in the game to the batters in front of you. That's a perfect time to see how often he's throwing his curveball, his off speed, his fastball, what he likes to do, his timing and his motion, everything. So that gives you the scouting report. And so you don't want to be in the dugout just clowning around. You want to be able to be a student of the game and understand and give yourself that scouting report so you can see it yourself. Now you get into the box and you have an idea of what it is that you can expect. But you need to have an approach. You cannot go up there and with an empty head with no thoughts and just kind of watching to see what he has. I know you hear this at a young age, but even still at your age now, the pitcher's trying to get ahead in the count. And so he's trying to get ahead in the count with strikes. Doesn't mean it's going to be a fastball right down the middle every time, but I still think pitchers are trying to get ahead with the fastball more times than you think. And so as a hitter, hunt down a fastball early. Right? The only exception is if you know he's just primarily a junk pitcher and that's mainly what he throws, that would be an exception. But if it's a traditional pitcher or a pitcher with good velocity, put your mind in their mind for 2 seconds. If he has good velocity and his fastball is his strength, he's going to be coming with the fastball early. So look for a fastball that you like early in the count. Get the foot down early and drive. If you don't like hitting the curveball, and I don't think a lot of us do, especially a guy that has a good curveball, hit the fastball. And hit the fastball well. Don't miss your pitch when it's there. That means be on time for it. Anticipate it. Start to pre-frame your mind and pre-frame your thoughts. And so you've got to be able to visualize what you're looking for. If you're looking for a fastball somewhere in your zone, somewhere in the middle third of home plate, something that you like, when you get that pitch, you cannot hesitate. You've got to be able to anticipate it. And you've got to go after it. And so without having those thoughts in your mind beforehand, you don't have a chance. And the mental side and the approach per the count is also a really big one. You're not going to have the same approach on every count, but you don't need a crazy calculated equation for every single specific counter situation. The only thing you got to think about is this. How many strikes do you have on you? With no strikes on you, you are being aggressive. Right? You're being aggressive to the middle third of the plate. When you have 1 strike on you now you are aggressive from edge to edge of home plate. Because if they throw something that is going to be called a strike, you want to swing. Rule of thumb, you never want to get to 0-2 without swinging the bat. And so if you never want to get to 0-2 without swinging the bat, you got to make sure with 1 strike on you, you have a good approach. 2 strikes on you, you're covering a ball outside and inside of home plate. You're not just covering the black to black. You're covering an extra ball or ball and a half outside of each because we know they're going to be called. And you do not want to leave it up to the umpire to tell you if you're out or not. You want to give yourself a chance and swing it. But stop making hitting complicated. Get the front foot down, get it early for a fastball, and if you recognize an off-speed pitch and you're balanced enough in your legs, then adjust and still go after it. That's why attacking the inside part of the baseball is huge. It gives you the best margin for error to adjust depending on what the pitch is. If you guys have more specific problems or questions or something that's going on with your current situation or your game, that's why I do the one-on-one coaching. I'd really love to work with you, and we can really dive in deep hands-on what specifically you need.